And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum. That's Kyle. Ahsoka, episode 5, dropped last night in America. We have kind of been screwed with the new drop schedule for the episodes because we get them super late now compared to everyone else. There used to be a bit of, competitive timing, but now, no. But, Kyle, how are we doing?
Fucking hate the internet.
Yes, I hate the internet as well. But,
Bit
yeah.
of context for that. It's just all these fucking people and social media and they're posting screenshots and shit.
Yeah, what did you see?
I saw young Ahsoka and then I saw the silhouette of Vader when Anakin walks off into the smoke.
I saw Anakin in the Clone Wars armor.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That
So,
was that was
spoilers, by the way. So,
yeah. Fuck you, anyways. I mean, don't fuck you, but fuck the guys that spoiled it for us. So
yeah.
yeah.
No. I love this episode.
Ass thinking.
I'm sinking again. 1 minute. I'm gonna get a new chair this weekend. I've had this one for a year, so yeah. And do you know what? It doesn't sink. It doesn't sink. As soon as I start recording, it starts sinking. But what
Make
do you
them
think of the
lose
episode?
weight.
Listen, this weight will fucking crush you. Anyway, what do you think of the episode?
It's the best one, obviously.
I think it is the best one as well.
Yeah, I want to say though, I know I spoke to you about this after we talked about last week's episode, and you were saying this was like the best of the new Disney Star
No,
Wars,
saying
that last
it's
episode.
Star Wars at its best.
See,
I
I didn't hear that. I heard this is like the best out of all of
no
them, out of
no.
all those moments.
What I mean is like it's just when they're doing stuff like this. This is when Star Wars is at its best.
Okay, because I didn't get that. I think because I remember saying to you, I was like, I do think this is like some of the better Star Wars stuff, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think it is the best. So I took that as in
No,
like,
not like the
oh, this is
best.
the best Star Wars thing ever, and I'm like, it's
No, 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 no.
no.
It's what I
Okay.
meant. It's out of like, but I did say out of episode 8 that and see
Alright, let's
out.
say it's a highlight. Let's say it's a highlight. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get what you mean. Yeah,
right. What did you think? Like overall, like what were your
this
favorite
could
bits?
be this could be the best of Star Wars, though, the best of the best.
It it's up there. It is up
Like
there.
think of the moments that in new Star Wars, anyways, not old Star Wars. Let's forget about. Let's think just Disney Star Wars, right, for a minute here. Is this potentially the best moment in Disney Star Wars? Yes. Um, how about as a whole with all the prequel and the original trilogy? Yes, I think so. It's so good.
It is so good.
It
It's
is just
so
like
good.
yeah. Um, I was saying when I watched Obi-Wan, I was kind of hoping when Anakin shows up because it was kind of like a given. Um, I hope it'd be like um, an episode of Clone Wars. I'm kind of glad they didn't do that and they did it in this now. It's basically what we got. I just wish my one little pet peeve, right? This episode is near perfect. My one thing that'd make it perfection is if it was just a full length Clone Wars
No,
episode.
no. Because I like that this actually was still in this furthered the plot of Ahsoka.
Yeah, no,
No,
it can
so
still do that.
this wasn't just all right. Let's do some flashbacks and let's just give some people some nostalgia. This serviced the story perfectly. They
Yeah,
got to
no,
do that stuff and further the plot.
no, it did. I agree with that, but I'm saying it's like you could have just had it as like an episode of like when they were out on an adventure, and it's like, how would you deal with this or something like that? Do you know what I mean? Instead of literally just Anakin and Ahsoka fighting each other. Um, yeah, that's what I mean by it. It's not to just do it for the sake of getting nostalgia hits. It's doing it to obviously continue servicing the story, which they did do here. I just feel like it could have got a little bit more, and I would have been like,
I think we got the perfect dose, and like I said, this was done in a way that did really service the plot of Ahsoka. So it's not like they've, because if they just did Clone Wars stuff throughout it, and then Ahsoka wakes up at the end and just goes, Anakin, next episode would be rushing a bit, but we've got all this, we know where we're going now. We've got 3 more episodes left, and I cannot wait. This has the potential, after last week's episode, this week's episode, if they knock it out the park for these other 5, this has the potential to be the best Star Wars show. It does, because just 2 great episodes like that, back to back. Wait until we get Thrawn in there. Wait until we start getting into that stuff. Wait until we get Ezra back. Damn. But yeah, even, Hayden Christensen was moving like, the Battlefront 2 game, when he's marching off into distance and his lightsaber's out like that. And just the way he moved, his acting was great. He really brought out that Matt Lanter side of Anakin that Matt Lanter brought to the role in the Clone Wars. He really got to play around with that and actually enjoy the role for once, instead of just being like, I don't like sand. Got to be expressive, have emotion, show joy, show his care and compassion for Ahsoka, the young Ahsoka, in the flashback scenes that we did get. So, this is why people have always felt bad for Hayden Christensen, because it was the dialogue he was given with the prequels, and that he delivered it how George wanted him to deliver it. There's no other thing he could have done. That is the direction he was given. But I feel like he was really let free here, and it's like, have some fun with this. And obviously, I thought, even coming back in Obi-Wan, thought, oh, maybe there'll be some redemption there. There was definitely a bit of redemption, that he came back, and all the love that he was getting from fans anyway. But I would say Hayden Christensen is truly redeemed now, as, not, I don't want to say redeemed, but he has truly got to show what he can do in this role after this episode.
Yeah, but we're not going to see any more.
No, we're not going to see any more. But I am, like I said though, as soon as he faded out, I said, if that's it and he's gone, I'm happy.
It was a nice send-off.
It was a nice send-off. If it is a send-off, you never know, they could get him to do something else, because the de-aging in this was fucking spectacular.
I mean, yes, but on the like I said, on the much further away shots, it looked a little weird. But the close-up stuff was perfect. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that was a stunt double or not. Doing the sword fighting with fucking hell. Doing the lightsaber fight with Ahsoka, it was moving very much like Hayden.
Like I think it was Hayden,
and because he trained up to do it in Obi-Wan as well, so I don't see why he wouldn't do it in Ahsoka. He's not an old guy. He's still, he's in his 40s. That's like the new 32. So I see him doing that. He just, it sounds so weird, but just the way he moved. And every time the lightning flashed and you got like the silhouette of Vader, and then, man. And young Ahsoka, I think she did a fantastic job. If I'm not wrong, that is the girl from who played young Gamora in
Endgame.
In Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Yeah, and also was the young girl in the Barbie film. His mum was.
Her?
Yeah, his mum was playing with the Barbies.
Fucking hell.
That's alright. Movies and Beyond always manages to bring it back to Barbie. But yeah, what did you think of obviously the young Ahsoka, like character in general? Because I know you've seen some of the Clone Wars.
Mhm. I love the Clone Wars from what I've seen of it. I've not seen the whole thing. It's like you told me to watch like the final 3 seasons or whatever, or even the final season.
I said,
I'm just like,
them final 4 episodes are.
Yeah, I know, but I can't not. I have to watch the whole thing.
That's all right, but you're not doing a good job at watching the whole thing.
I know, but I've got like a million other things to watch. It's like it's
Clone Wars is. There's some low moments, but the highs really outweigh the lows.
Yeah. No, I know. It's a very time consuming thing. It's like I was thinking about watching it. I was on my way to work and stuff like that. Watching an episode on the ride to work. But it's just I can't really focus on it. And if it's like a really deep episode and just stumbled upon a really good one, it's like, oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to watch it properly.
Yeah.
So that's that with that. But yeah, no, the red lightsaber with Anakin is kind of canon now, which looks cool. I mean, you look at the picture there; it looks like it's fan made, but it's not now. It's technically Star Wars canon.
Yeah, someone put up
Yeah.
on Reddit. I just had a quick blast through Reddit now because I haven't been able to all day. I've just had a quick blast through Reddit, and someone said, "Yes, it's finally canon." And do you remember when Revenge of the Sith came out when we were younger,
hmm
and they brought out them lightsabers, and it was a dual color Anakin lightsaber. It went from red to blue, and it was like, "Yes, it's
Uh,
finally canon."
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah. So that was cool to see.
I still
It was.
I still can't get over live action clone armor. It's weird to see because we're so used to seeing it so perfect.
hmm
But then, yeah, no.
I know how you feel about the clone armor on Anakin. Yeah, I suppose
It
it does
looks
look a bit
it
bulky
looks
on the
better
shoulders.
here though in actual live action than it did in the game. Because
I think it just looks just as good.
in the game
I
they
think it
really
looks a
tried
bit
to
bulkier.
exactly in the game they really tried to bring it in his waist for some reason.
Mm.
Because to like replicate the look of the Clone Wars because he's
Listen, I don't care. I think it looks great. It's like
it,
I'd get a hot toy of it. I know you wouldn't, but I definitely would. I think it looks fine as it is. I mean, it's better. It's you know what? It's better than who's Boba Fett's mentor? The the blue guy with the big
Cad
red
Bane.
eyes and yeah, that's him. It looks better than that. Cad Bane just looked like a dude in a suit. Like I agree. It looks okay. It's fine. Like
Tatooine belongs to Syndicate.
the stuff on his face does look good. It's just it's not got that shape and the eyes are too different. I get it. Clone Wars is
An over
a
exaggerated,
stylized.
yeah, yeah.
It's stylized animation. I 100% get that. But still, it's like I mean, even with new Star Wars stuff, it's like they've changed how the dudes with the two is it the
The
guys with the
Powers,
two stomachs?
yeah, the Powers,
Yeah,
yeah, the
because
Grand Inquisitor.
oh Jesus Christ, that's it doesn't look no.
No, that didn't look right
Considering we've already seen it
in
before and
live
it's
action.
already in live action, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I get it. They wanted to do more of a realer approach, practical approach with it. Why having him actually be there? Well, no, he's actually there in the thing. He's not CGI. What am I talking about? Yeah, they've already done it.
I just think they wanted his performance to come through more, so they
It
wanted
could have.
limited
It could
makeup.
have. It's literally just make his head taller. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a head that would complement that very well though. He's got a big head,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
um, but then the stuff after the fact, after the Anakin flashbacks, the stuff with Hera, uh, and Hugh Yang, Jason, forget his name, Kim's Convenience, X-wing pilot who's now like the Nick Fury of the Mandoverse. Uh, he's always great to see. The Ghost, love seeing the Ghost again, and I like how Jason was stood at the edge and he's like, "Do you hear the lightsabers?" And it's like, "Oh, he's in tune with the Force." When they come back with Ahsoka and he's like, "They've got a chopper," and it's like, "How would he know?" But it's like, no, he would know because he is in tune with the Force. He can sense.
I didn't. I didn't question that one bit. I know
Yeah,
you'd said to me, and I was like, "Why do you even have to bring that up?" It's like we know.
yeah,
You don't have to explain something like that. We know.
yeah.
There's some things that don't need to be explained because it's like it's you already got an idea of why or how.
And then the stuff with the rebels. Not the fucking rebels. The whales.
Mm.
I thought that stuff was great as well, and it's really set us up for, and that is how you end an episode, not episode 3 of. Oh, I still believe episode 3 and 4 should have been one episode, but episode 5 is how you end an episode. I'm gonna be honest. Episode 5 could be how you end a season if you wanted to be a tight cunt, but episode 5 is a perfect ending for an episode, and we have been set up perfectly for the next 3 episodes. Now, let's hope they don't do a Mandalorian season 3, because do you remember one at the end of episode 5 of The Mandalorian? And it was like, right, we're going to go off, we're going to find more Mandalorians and do this. And then they go on that fucking side quest chasing droids through that city. It's like, you've got it all in line now. But I don't see what can go wrong from here. Like, they're already on the way.
Mm.
But, yeah, who knows. And I didn't say it to you when we was watching it, but I felt it, and I wanted to bring it up on the show to catch your reaction to it. I feel like this might be the most Star Wars thing I've seen in a long time. Like, that really made me feel like the original trilogy, you know. And I don't mean like, you know, like tone or beat by beat. I mean like how it made me feel on the inside.
That's nostalgia hitting you.
No,
Because
definitely, I definitely agree with that.
yeah.
But
No, I'd say for me it was Mandalorian
but
and the way they did that.
yeah, but I was getting that just right at the end of the episode, and I just thought, "Ooh, this is Star Wars."
Yeah, I kind of got that in Mandalorian, especially like the early part of season 1. I got that.
Yeah.
It felt like a Star Wars return to form. I see what you mean, where it feels like
Well, like I say
theatric and cinematic.
been a long time since I felt it. The last time I probably felt it was season 2 of The Mandalorian, the Luke stuff.
Solo.
But
There we go.
you know, that was 3 years ago. So that was a long time ago. But yeah.
Yeah, but for me, Star Wars isn't just lightsabers and stuff. It's just the universe itself, and
No,
that's why
that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, when this episode finished,
Mm.
I truly felt inside that, oh, this is Star Wars. This is Star Wars, and I don't mean like, I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's not because of what I saw. You know, it's, you know, and because things were matching up because they were swinging lightsabers around. It's literally down to just how it made me feel inside.
Okay.
And yeah, I just can't wait for next week now. It's gonna be something else. I feel it. Yep, they're gonna stop
I'm
at.
curious as how what the thing is though, what the crack is. So did Ahsoka technically die?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. But the thing is,
I think for me it goes into that whole thing of you know, like Luke in the cave and stuff.
yeah,
That's what it's just that, but a bit more. You see it more. And do you know what? I get it. It's doing. Do you know what I mean? It did it better than the Rey stuff. The Rey was literally going. You know, she went into like a whole cave thing in her mind or something, and I don't fucking know. You know, but this did it well. This is like, you know, it's like
yeah,
this was just, you know, if you're trying to explain it, then explain Luke in the cave. It's the same thing.
yeah.
But I felt like this was actually Anakin speaking here. This wasn't like her imagination. I felt like this was really Anakin.
It's hard to say in it, because I do believe that it was her imagination, but I also believe it was Anakin speaking to her. I know I've just picked both ends of the coin there.
I think there's Force ghosts and stuff like that, and there's all these sort of things where the Jedi are dead and they can still do their teachings. Maybe this is like just a slightly different version of it. Because at the end of the day, this was a lesson.
Yeah, I'm here to finish your training. And he's like, no one's ever too old to learn the ways, Snips. Just him saying Snips.
Do you know what though? Ballsy him, like, you know, it shows that it did show a really serious side to Anakin. Like, I know he was like making jokes and stuff like that. and she's like, "How can you make a joke at a time like
Yeah,
this when
yeah.
it's like so serious?" And it's like, "What, you want me to be all serious?" And it's like the whole lesson was really serious because he showed his Sith side and he went against Ahsoka in that way. So it's like,
Well, yeah, because then it's like you still don't
yeah,
get it.
yeah,
You either live or you die.
mm,
Is it? And then just red lightsaber comes out and it's like, woo 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 woo, just like that.
big Sith eyes. I like the detail of the hair though. Like his hair was shorter when he was in the clone armor.
You either live or you die.
Technically, a slightly different version of the same saber.
All right, mush.
Just saying.
Just say then. One thing I will say I missed this episode. Obviously, we got a brilliant replacement. Ray Stevenson, Balin.
Mm.
Obviously, hopefully, we're going to get some great stuff with him in the last 3 episodes. Do you think Ahsoka kills him?
I don't know. I mean, could be one of those things where they could really do something new and maybe turn him to the good side, kind of like they did with Vader. Because they haven't done that since. Well, they did it with Kylo, but it wasn't. I don't know. They kill him off straight away, kind of thing. Whereas this is like, I feel like they could do it and then keep that character alive. Obviously, they can't do anything with the character in the future now.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it'd be just nice to have a Jedi turn not Jedi because it's not Sith. Back to being a Jedi, back to being like, right, I'll be a Jedi.
Yeah.
Or even becoming like a Grey Jedi or something like that, where, kind of like how Ahsoka was, where
I think
she's.
she is fully a Jedi now, though. It says I'm here to
Mm,
complete your training. She's gone full, Gandalf the White instead of Gandalf the Grey.
mm,
There's definitely a Lord of the Rings reference in it.
absolutely, yeah.
Definitely. Same
Yeah.
with Gandalf fighting the Balrog, falling down the. Definitely a Lord of the Rings reference.
Hmm.
But one thing I do want to credit here is Dave Filoni has come so far as a director of live action stuff. Obviously, he got to get into it a bit with his with the Mandalorian and stuff like that. He's been directing animation for ages. He was heir to George Lucas's empire. That is what George Lucas wanted. Dave Filoni to take over after him.
Yeah.
In a
I
position.
can't lie. I mean, we can't really. I love George Lucas and what he's done, but some things are just a little bit silly with what he said a little bit later on,
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like we actually slow down. That technically, when you're watching Jedi fight, it's actually like slowed down because they actually fight twice as fast as that, and I'm just like, what? You're just kind of making this up here now.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? But
You seen him on the stage with Jon Stewart, and he goes, "What's the name of Obi-Wan's planet?" And he goes,
yes,
and he goes, "It's,
well, don't make that up right now. You're gonna make that up.
it's like, no, 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 it's Stew John." But yeah,
You made that up.
and after this episode, do you know how excited I am for this Mandalorian verse film? After Dave Filoni's directing in this,
Mm.
it's. I think he's going to get all the heavy hitters back as well in some way. I think he's going to manage to get Ewan McGregor in there somehow. He's going to manage to get Hayden back somehow. He's going to manage to get Sam Jackson back somehow. If anyone's going to do it, it's Dave Filoni. He's going to get Mark Hamill in there. He's going to get Harrison Ford in there. Maybe not.
Nice little mention of Princess Organa. Well, General Organa.
Senator Organa.
Well, Senator Organa. Yeah, sorry. Nice little mention there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, no. Overall, what would you rate this episode? And what's your episode ranking after this?
This is number one, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd give it a solid 8.7.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go about eight and a half. Well, yeah,
I don't want to give it any lower.
No.
I can't give it any lower. I can't give it any higher. It's just.
Well, that's because that's your ranking. But yeah, go on. What's your order now for episodes?
Well, this one. let's just put it this way: the episode before the last, the
Yeah,
episodes where we said it'd be like two. That one is at the bottom for me.
number 3.
And then
Yeah,
yeah, and then last
yeah.
week's episode was obviously number 2.
I'm definitely going 3, 2, 1, 4, 5.
Mm.
Definitely. So yeah. But I think that will do us for today. We are definitely going to have to record a video tomorrow because there has been some news drop today, which we don't have time to get into today, but we can do it tomorrow. No problemo. But yeah. Thanks for joining us, Kyle. Really made it special with your Star Wars knowledge. Do you want to wave when we say goodbye? Keep waving until I'm done. So like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of Ahsoka. Let us know if you think Ahsoka's bad because I logged onto a live stream today just after, and the first thing I heard the guy say was, yeah, there were too many women on screen. Okay, if that's like your thing. But yeah, see you all there. Keep waving, Kyle.